Good evening, everybody. Welcome back. Yes, it's back-to-back OBS shows. It's been a while since we did this. Melanie and All Caps had hit me up and mentioned the news about final round being in its final moments. So they'd asked me to do a show, which I, of course, was more than happy to oblige. Let me add them in. Before I do that, again, guys, you know, support not only the FGC, but the band Distartica. You can go download the album they got out on iTunes. They do the opening track, the closing track for our show. Great band, great bunch of guys. They are touring around. If you follow them on Twitter at Distartica, you can find out where they'll be and give them a check out, and they are pretty fucking kick-ass. Anyway, let me add Miss Melanie.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. Why do I feel like we were just talking like a couple hours ago?
Because we were.
2 shows in a week. Wow, we're breaking records now. You know, we should. I wish I had to. I'd fucking do the show every day if I could.
I know, right?
Like 24/7. Like hook up cameras in all our fucking houses. We shower, shit, piss, do whatever the hell we do. Screwing, getting fucked up. That's part of the show.
Oh God! You said that's part of the show.
That would be part of the show. And then all of a sudden, you know, come at like 10 o'clock, we all stop doing whatever the fuck we're doing, and we sit down to do the actual show. That'd be pretty kick-ass.
James, you like us that much?
Yes, I do.
Aww.
Don't make me blush and get all shy and all that shit. Fuck you, yeah! I'm the bad guy. I gotta be evil. I kick kittens.
You're right. Oh, right. We don't want the internet to know.
Yeah, no.
Because they just believe lots of things.
What's up there, Mr. Chris Bond?
Yeah, it's a lot of people chilling. Mr. Fifth, we got Beefuteki. We got Naughty Nimbus. Let's see, we got lots of people in here. Bowman, of course. All the homies.
House Loop, my accent is from fucking New York, you know? I'm a fucking New Yorker.
Yeah, oh, Master Steve too. Hey, Chris Bond. Yes.
What's up, Karen? Guys, I can't pronounce her fucking name. I feel like a moron. What is it? I think Enmores?
Yes.
Okay, it's Enmores. Okay, guys, Enmores is in the chat. If you go to the bottom of the stream, you're going to see a picture of her. If you click on that link, you can go and get animations, artwork, everything. She does a great job. Definitely check out her stuff and show some support for others in the FGC, which brings me to the next topic. Showing support for the FGC seems to be dwindling away.
Yeah. Hey, Virgil, 84. We really appreciate you guys coming and checking us out again tonight, because this was like super last. It was kind of like all throughout the day. Like while I was at work all day, I was doing this. So, yeah. Yeah, it was definitely. Hey, Akasha Rose. Yeah, it was definitely kind of like a. I don't know, kind of a shocking thing earlier. But when did you see it immediately, James, or did you kind of see it like later?
I kind of had a feeling before.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't. I could see the frustration that Larry and Big E get, you know, because I do talk to them from time to time, and you know, I could tell, you know, Larry has his newborn. Larry's got a final round. You know, he took a hit a couple of times. You know, guys in the community are blaming. You know, it's not eSports essentially by itself, but it does act in part of the cause and effect of people's mentality, the spoiledness. People, you know, people don't know where they come from. Is what it comes down to. And, you know, holding on to grassroots and at the same time trying to grow that event. And to have, and again, you know it because, you've heard it, Larry and Big E, about the bias. You could always see it on Facebook and Twitter, if they put something up. You could read between the lines.
Definitely.
But they're right. If
Yeah,
they were
are
wrong,
right.
if they were wrong, I could just say they're two whiny guys now. But they're
Right.
not. They put so much, this is 22 years Larry's done
Hard
this.
work.
And I've seen people in the comments section, again, everybody's a self-made millionaire. Well, if you just did this and you just did this, where were you for 22 years?
Or so-and-so did this for their event. That's not what this is about.
Yeah.
I hate when people do that, like when you are explaining something and then another person brings, oh, well, so-and-so did this. That's not what this is about. And for people in the chat that don't know what's going on, Shem Blanca, aka Larry, he does TFC with Big E, and most of you all know Big E. But Larry runs Final Round, and Final Round was Final Round 21 this year. He wrote a very, very long post, and he was thanking people. He had even mentioned some player that had gotten real rude with Shonda about the clear book bag thing, which I had it's kind of stop being spoiled. Okay. Yeah. If your arcade stick can't fit in there, then don't carry the book bag. Carry it in your arms. If your arcade stick is that heavy, then maybe you don't need to be playing with an arcade stick. I don't understand. But they had the clear book bags for a very specific reason, because of other people in your community that are stealing or making threats of mass shootings at EVO, like what we talked about yesterday. That is the reason. It's for your safety, you idiots. So, it's like you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. These TOs are not your parents. They're here to do an event for you because they love the community and they love doing their events. And they want to share that experience with other people and help the community grow. That is the point of these tournaments, for anyone that does not realize that. Your locals, your regionals, your majors, all of that. The tournaments all over the world. It is to help the community grow. People can interact. People all have their different personalities or whatever, but it's a lot of hard work, and
a lot of people don't realize how much work actually goes into the. People think they just start up a week in advance and roll things out. They don't realize that getting the hotels, getting the venues. Now Larry took hits on the venues because of the one where Street Fighter kind of killed it, where, and guys were, well, why weren't you better prepared? Well, Street Fighter 5 is a piece of shit.
And it wasn't even out for sale at that point, because I worked that final round.
The game was supposed to be the next coming of Christ, which it wasn't. The first outing of it, that's what you got. The numbers after that fell off.
The tournament prepared for it as best as they could. Again, I worked for Final Round that year. We all know and I haven't just only worked at events. I've played events too. But the thing, so back to the post that Shem Blanca made. He was talking about towards the end, he, had thanked a bunch of people and thanked everybody that supported him. And then at the end, he said he didn't want to announce it at the actual event. He wanted to wait. And then he said that this year was the last final round. And because of the hit that he took from that year, from Final Round 19, which was 2 years ago. And they never recouped their numbers, sponsors, a lot of other things. And another supplemental thing in that was another individual that we had actually talked about this on the LBS show when it happened, because I thought that was pretty fucked up of this person. But we're going to be positive in this stream. Yeah. But that particular individual who works in fighting games and who knows who he is. He might be watching the show right now, and I hope that he is. But that he posted about the tournament, Final Round 19, on his social media, and it blew out of proportion. I remember it having like over 300 likes. It was so many comments on there, because I even remember commenting on it and be like, this is really fucked up of you. Why would you do this to anyone? Because if anyone did this to you, you would be like ready to rip all of your hair out.
Like imagine if we did a full-fledged, and again, I've wished this person nothing but the best. But
right.
Imagine we did a full-fledged campaign for the whole year and tried to destroy his event.
And boycott them.
And go out of my way and bring up every piece of dirt that person might have underneath them. Could I just be like, hey, you know, there, you reap what you sow? No, I took the high road on it.
Exactly.
You know, because I feel everybody deserves a second, third, and fourth chance.
Yeah, because all of these other people that have fucked up have been given second chances and third chances and fourth chances by the community, because the community apparently loves them so much. You know, and that's fine. You can choose to love whatever event that you love and whatever TOs you love, but do not be unfair just because you seem to have some personal vendetta against these particular people for whatever reason. Once I met Big E and once I met Larry, I was kind of like, I mean, what is everyone talking about? Like, I don't understand the problem. I've worked the first NEC I ever went to. That was the first Big E event I ever went to. And Big E was super welcoming. He bought me a shot because I was like volunteering for his event. I volunteered. I ran 4 brackets in a row. I did not complain. In the Midwest, not saying that brackets are not run well in other events. That is not what I'm saying. But I mean, I ran them like we are taught to run them here.
Yeah.
You know, and we do run brackets on time, and if people don't show up, then you get DQ'd. Sorry, there's no favoritism. But I ran all my brackets. It was even a point during NEC that year that it was something like somebody had pulled a cord, or like it was like a power strip or something that went out. Big E had lifted the table with someone else, moved it to another outlet, plugged it in, and we finished the bracket, and I still finished it on time. So, you know, it's like the people that you have backing them, it is not just the TOs doing these events. They have a lot of people behind them. And the people attending your events, what you all seem to not realize is that you going on social media, just like what we talked about with Punk, just like what we talked about with what Noel, you know, during the Winter Brawl thing, you know, just like with this. And you have to be responsible as well-known people in your community where you have thousands of followers and all of this other shit. You cannot be doing and saying irresponsible things like that about events that have brought you there, maybe have put you on stage to have exhibition matches. You are not celebrities, and you aren't these TO's children.
No.
You know, it is a cross-promotion thing. You saying and doing some devastating things like that to another event instead of helping them or just pulling them. These CEOs will talk to you. If there's an issue, hey, this is going on. Talk to them. Talk to someone on their staff that you know is back, you know, is the people you see running all around the events with the shirts on that are the color of that event with the logo of the event on it. Talk to them. Period. If there's a major issue with something running back, they will talk to you. They will tell you, okay, we can either work it out right now or we can't, or we're doing the best that we can. They are human beings. They're not robots. They're not any of that, you know, and it's disturbing even for other event runners to bash or do this favoritism shit to other events. James and I have talked about this. Yeah. Chris, all of us, we've all talked about it. It's real. It's not us just saying like, oh, we're cool with these CEOs because of blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. No, it's obvious. The behind the veil or the FGC Illuminati. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff that goes on at these events that maybe you do just attend and y'all don't know what happens. and they have to make decisions a lot of the time that they may either, feel fucked up about doing, or, they may have to agree with the grand populace. Because we can go to a very good example. The situation that happened at Combo Breaker, the second Combo Breaker with the Noel thing.
Yeah.
That was a decision Rick could have felt however he felt personally. I do not know. I never talked to Rick about it. But that decision was made as a grand populist situation. Without all of the backstory, it was a social media thing.
Yeah.
There was a clip taken off of the stream, and then stories were speculated from that. And it spread like wildfire. Yeah. You all do not understand how detrimental and how positive social media can be in the right and wrong hands. But if you are in a place of power, as a TO, as a top player, as a manager, as a sponsor, as whatever, you cannot just be willy-nilly. If you're trying to be a business, you be a business. If you want people to treat your events, or you want people to treat you the same way, you kind of need to do that to them. And if you want the community to grow as a whole, you all got to work at helping the community out. So, final round being over, as far as we know right now, is a lot of people's fault. Yeah. So, to just blame one person is unfair, and it is really fucked up. And just to see so many people kind of being like, because I initially, actually when I read it, I did cry because I was sad. I'm like, man, I've gone to final round 3 times. Every time I've gone, I've had an amazing time. I
haven't gone, and every year something comes up. I mean, this year was my meltdown this year, but and I always just keep hitting up Larry. In the next year, I got you. I swear, I got you. And I didn't go again. I did not expect to see this.
Me either.
Event went well. I didn't know the numbers. I had no idea of the numbers. But when he said these numbers were lower than expected, wow. By a lot. He basically was saying that his outside the country showed more support than in the U.S.
Exactly.
Which is fucking sad.
And the foreign players were hype. They were super cool. And because I was talking about that yesterday. Me and Twine and David Tyson, we were sitting in the front row. So the top 8 players were literally next to us for every game. So we were chopping it up and just enjoying ourselves. Like you just kind of do at events. I think people get caught up in all of this drama and get caught up in all of the extra garbage that other people will influence them to say or do. Or maybe they're just being petty, because let's not forget that humans definitely have a tendency to be petty, just for no reason, and, I'm upset because I had to wait for, whatever this to start. And that does suck, waiting for a long period of time. It does suck. But if you wanted to move quicker, offer to do something then.
Be there. Be where you're supposed to be.
Be where you're supposed to be. Don't go off lollygagging and freaking... You're not, I'm just not going to work the event. If you want things to change in your community that y'all apparently care about so much, then you do something.
The whole in the Midwest has it on lockdown. If you ain't there, Joe, nope, you're DQ'd. Get the fuck out.
Boom. Exactly.
Now, of course, when it comes to the preferential folks, they get a slip. Not there. Not in the Midwest. Yep, sorry, you're banned. That's it. You're gone. You're knocked out. Goodbye. You should have been there. Oh, I was playing another game. Okay, well, why didn't you tell us?
Exactly. Take accountability. That's really a thing. It's take accountability. Big E's with Winter Brawl, that did not happen just because it was Big E's fault. And I even saw somebody that I personally know say a bunch of really fucked up shit about Big E on one of L Train statuses, and he wrote paragraphs oh, I hate his tournaments, and I was kind of what is this about? Calm down. It's not even that deep because you would never say that about Rick. You would never say that about Keats. You'd never say that probably about Alex Vire or whatever other events he's gone to. I don't know. But it's not that serious. Yeah. But if it is that serious to you, then talk to someone like a human being and not like they're a fucking dog. They're not your dog. They're not your child. They're not any of that.
You know, the mentality that I see in the FGC, and it's from every coast, Midwest, a lot of the players, well, I paid my money, and I did this, and I should get that. Listen, the world doesn't work in your favor all the time. It sucks to say, shit happens. You know, I paid $10,000 for a car. 3 weeks later, it breaks down. You know, I got to deal with it.
That's life.
But I don't turn around and go on the internet and go, oh, these motherfuckers fucking suck dick and they're scumbags and this. No, I try to get the issue resolved. These people don't do that. They don't try to get the issue resolved. They go right to social media and start saying, hey, this is some bullshit. You know,
because this happened for XOXO amount of time. Okay, that sucks. You're an adult. Life sucks sometimes. You know, and
it does. And the fact is, you deal with what you dealt with. You know what you dealt, and depending on how you deal with it, it's going to tell you how you get your outcome. Walk around like an entitled, spoiled little brat. Fuck you. I don't care. You know what? Go to. Here's your $75 back. Your $50 back. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Done.
I mean, here's a perfect example of that. If you want to talk about dealing with annoyance or whatever, I was supposed to go to CEO about 4 years ago. It was when I still worked at NBC. So it was like, I think, oh my God, it was CEO maybe like 2015, I think. I bought my plane ticket, I had paid for my room, and I bought my badge. That was over $400 worth of stuff. Over $400 worth of stuff. That weekend, no one would cover me, even though they knew that I was going on this trip. But that's neither here nor there. No one would cover me, and I could not go to CEO because I obviously have never been. And all of that went down the drain. I could not refund my plane ticket. I could not use the points on another flight. I couldn't get my money back for the room. I could not get my money back for the badge. Tough luck. It sucked. I was upset that weekend. I watched the stream though, and then moved on with my life. Yeah, that $400 plus was sunk, but that's life.
Yep.
And that happens. You know, and if you can't, can you hear me, James?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, can we hear Chris?
Chris, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
But yeah, you know, that sucked, and I just couldn't go that year. I will hopefully go to CEO this year, but yeah, that happens. And sometimes stuff doesn't go in your favor. Sometimes, you know, it is, you know, tough luck. Yep. And you just kind of have to suck it up. You don't sit and complain about, oh my gosh, my life is blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. Francis botched a whole bunch of events for me last year that I've talked about on previous episodes. All last year, you know, was kind of fucked up because of events that she had poorly planned for us as friends or whatever. That sucks. And then you move on. You don't sit in, I don't know, you just don't sit in and do that on social media to someone that has never come at you in that way. If there was reason, and maybe we don't know, I don't know. But if you're a community and you're trying to work together as a community, then do that. Don't talk about it. Oh, we're going to support and this is that. Then support them. Period.
Yeah.
When you work tournaments, you get your badge for free. What is the excuse? If you don't know how to run brackets, they teach you how to run brackets.
It's not rocket science.
It is not rocket science.
I got a list of people. Joe versus Bill. Where are you, Joe? Where are you, Bill? 1. Where are you, Joe? We got Bill here. 2. Joe, you're not here. You're DQ'd. Boom. Next. Be where you're supposed to be. Do what you're supposed to do. Don't spend your days fucking pissing and moaning like you got your period.
Right.
And things go a lot smoother.
Niggas don't want me being TOs. Everybody getting DQ. I don't give a fuck.
Right. Everybody DQ.
Fuck you and your sponsor, nigga. DQ. Your ass out of here.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
So, Chris, tell us what you think.
Man, I remember, what was that? The first combo breaker. That's when Twine got third with Kodokan.
Yep.
And that nigga, he used to be on this. He was a Yomi player, and he was upstairs the whole time. And it was his. They was holding the stream up for him to come downstairs on his hotel room to come play. And we waited for him for like 20. I forgot what that nigga name was. He a top player.
White dude?
Oh, I remember that.
Michelangelo?
I remember that.
It was a Michelangelo.
Slayer?
It wasn't Slayer.
It was a Yomi player. You said
was a player. He a little white boy wear glasses.
Jago. Oh wait, Rio.
Rio. Yeah. They was waiting on Rio for 20 minutes to come downstairs and play his match.
Because that was when Combo Breaker was at the Crown Plaza that first year.
It was the first year.
Yep, I remember that. Because I was sitting in I was sitting behind the commentator's table.
And that shit was fucked up. Shit like that. See, that was me. DQ, nigga.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's usually how it is. It, for the most part, and really that should be how it is, just in general.
No, what's funny, that's the only thing I did like about Keats. Keats didn't give a fuck who you was.
Yeah.
He didn't.
Everything else, fuck him. Everything else.
I mean, I agree. That's really my same opinion. I'm like, you know what? I can't stand the motherfucker, but I don't. Oh, you're Justin Wong? DQ'd. Fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Daigo, you got drunk last night? Fuck you, DQ'd.
Yeah, it does not matter. Unless you're doing an exhibition match or it's something that is like, even like team tournament stuff, it's like, well, find somebody else. Y'all figure this out. We don't have time.
Yeah, but the fact that final round is disappearing, people are gonna feel it. Not now. Now it's the little boo-hoo-hoos. Mm-hmm. But what you're going to see, and mark my words, that's not the only one. A lot of these other events are going to start to disappear. If you don't show love and actual passion for the FGC, then you're going to wind up losing more events slowly and gradually. Either they're going to get bought out and consumed by eSports if they are successful, and the ones that aren't successful are going to just be poof, gone.
Or the ones that don't have millions of dollars or are born into like all of this money.
Catnip said, you know what? With Alex down in Florida, I don't know, man. Like I said, I'm definitely not rooting against him.
None of us are.
I see a lot of people post up like, I don't know. Listen, if you buy a franchise, McDonald's, Dunkin' Donuts, whatever the fuck it is, they tell you it's 20 years before you see a profit, a real profit. That don't mean you make no money for the next 19 years.
Because don't you need like isn't it like $250,000 or something to buy a McDonald's? Yeah.
But it's, this mentality that, the FGC has, you got to lose to make, in itself makes no sense.
No.
You got to make and make and make. Now, Alex is taking some hits, without a doubt. I know Canada Cup took hits because, what's his name? Canada Cup. What the hell's his name?
Oh, old girl. Are you talking about old girl? Holy Order, that chick?
No, the dude that runs Canada Cup.
Lap Chi. He follows me on Twitter.
Lap Chi. Lap Chi. Lap Chi's taking hits. Oh, the myth. And, since I started doing this show, I've had many episodes that covered the not needed to know how much a TO profits versus not profit. Like, I mean, people were throwing $60,000, $100,000 for an event. I go, whoa. If they only brought in 2,000 people at at $50 a head.
Hold on, is that shit blocking for real?
Where?
Oh, in the chat?
Yes,
I
it
don't
is.
know.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
You know, if you do the math, and you know, if you think these TOs are making bank, like let's just say hypothetically, if they make profit between 5 and 10 grand, but you got to prepare for this event all year. You got to take the time out. Now put an hourly rate on what they do and to figure out 5 to 10 grand for an event if they make that 10 grand mark, because that's actually, in honesty, a high mark.
Yeah.
So let's just round it up. Let's go halfway and say $7,500. How long would I have to fucking work your ass for you to think you deserve $7,500?
This is my issue. And this is what I meant when people would say, "Oh, esports didn't kill it." I'm gonna tell you why I do say it killed it. All this extra bitch ass, extravagant, I feel like I deserve or need, all this extra feminine, prissy bullshit.
Yeah.
Comes from this whole everybody wanna be sponsor. Everybody wanna be Capcom Cup. Everyone wanna be a piece of the pie. And the reality of it is, everybody not gonna be a piece of that upper echelon pie.
They're not.
Because you're not winning tournaments. You're not making noise.
No.
Period. So
You know,
all this extra shit come from this esports journey.
Yep.
And niggas don't even realize that. All that talking crazy to the TOs, all that nigga turns
and
around.
their wives and families and other staff, that's not okay.
I can't lie. If that was my wife and my son is at my event, and we could be doing anything else, but we helping run an event for you little ungrateful bitches, nigga, I would have blown shit out. Talk to my wife like that. Period.
Yeah, that's not okay. And that's the thing, that's the side of stuff that people don't see. When players will talk at somebody on staff crazy, when they will do all of this X, Y, others, or talk to other players crazy, or act like they're
real, nigga. Y'all only paying $60, nigga.
That ain't nothing.
For an event that should really cost you about $120, $150, nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that's what I wanted to talk about too. When James,
and I got you, man.
No, go ahead.
And that's what niggas realize. This shit costs money. If you want all this extra shit, then you have to give up money. Prime example: PS3, and Xbox 360. Right now, I know Xbox One ain't got the games and all this shit, so it kind of dropped as a console. That's cool. But what didn't happen was this: whenever you ask niggas what made PS3 better than Xbox 360, it was, oh, we got free online. Not fuck the fact that it didn't read the game at 60 frames per second. Fuck the fact that they had clunky gameplay, right? And then when PS4 launched, y'all ain't got no new servers. When Xbox One launched, we had like over 800,000 servers, nigga. Why? Because they made us pay for that service. And that payment went towards more production and the product. It's the same shit, niggas. If y'all don't pay for a product, or if you don't support the product in a healthy way, then how do you expect any kind of expansion?
That's the thing. They don't want to.
So you motherfuckers,
the self-entitled, I don't have to put in. You should just be happy with me here and give me.
Just
so
be happy that I'm here.
Is giving up $60 and expect for somebody just to come out their ass to buy a bigger venue just because of Street Fighter 5. Nigga, I don't know. I don't know all you motherfuckers about to sign up. Nigga, ain't nobody's a fucking fortune teller, nigga.
No, exactly. No one is a fortune teller.
Niggas got the game twisted, nigga. Just like I said 2 weeks ago with Punk bitch ass, nigga. All that slick talk, nigga. I don't give a fuck about you being on TNT, TBS, CW, nigga. I will smack your bitch ass.
We know players personally that have been on television for different things, and they don't act like that. Twine went to the ESPN Awards or whatever what's on his cover photo. Twine is not like that. No one that I know personally that's a top player that I'm cool with acts that way.
And don't get it wrong. You're right. Not every top player acts like that. But
no, true.
all the old school top players and any new school top player who came from under an old school top player know how to fucking act.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All these new never had a daddy in their life ass niggas.
Yeah.
They be having some real feminine. They be having some real feminine issues, nigga, and that shit be really pissing me off.
I agree, because the other thing about like I spent all this money and I have all this time to come to this tournament. Okay, like what you were saying earlier, PS4, that's what, $300. Xbox One, that's another $300. Each new game is $60. That's more than your whole trip. And more than likely, most of them have not paid for them themselves.
Yeah.
So what is the problem? You can't buy a clear book, and then the book bags were free with the competitor's badge.
So this is the fucked up part. So and this goes back to what I was telling James way back when we was talking about the Caribbean shit and the Bahama BX shit. The FGC is full of broke motherfuckers. Yeah. You can't have a bunch of broke motherfuckers trying to spearhead
or scammers
or expand something like this. This is why esports will eventually fail. Yeah, it's popping right now. It's all good. I ain't gonna shit on nobody. You know what I'm saying? Get your money.
Right.
If they gonna pay you to commentate, get your money. But please don't think you about to spend 5 or 10 years in this shit and have a 401k or a health plan or benefits.
You ain't gonna. I mean, literally the 1.5% of like.
Look at Knuckle Dude, top player of the world, won Capcom Cup, unsponsored. Nobody picked the nigga up yet.
Oh, I didn't know he was unsponsored too. And then that's the other thing that's crazy. All these sponsors dropping like flies are sponsors. Some of them are
just scammers, but some of them like Splice that sponsored FChamp.
No, so a lot, and that's what's funny. A lot of them are real, but they just trying to put their hands in the FGC
in the money pot.
Once they realize it's not a money pot, they drop their player after they done with the little contract. With them, drop the player, and then they go back to play Counter-Strike, StarCraft.
Yeah, League of Legends.
You know what it is? It's like they're in the city. They got all their nice players in the Counter-Strikes and the League of Legends, and they come across a garbage dump, and they're like, "Yo, you know, another man's garbage is another man's treasure." So they dip their feet in the water here, and they say, "Yo, you know what? Let's see what the FGC is." When they realize nobody supports them.
Yep. Let me say this really quick. What you said about what you just said about James. Smash Till Dawn said Punk left Panda Global and Panda Global picked up Infiltration.
Right. Nigga,
Infiltration won Street Fighter V.
Yep.
Didn't he?
Nigga, you are definitely expendable, nigga. Don't think you're not expendable.
Punk didn't even make top 8 in final round. Get the fuck out of here. Those Japanese players.
You wanna know why? Because they nerfed one little thing with Karen, and now he can't win no more. It sound like the Wolf Crown shit all over again.
It sounds like the bleach went to his head.
The thing about that too, because those are the players that are really spending money. The players coming from other countries to come here and play at our tournaments. That's what a lot of y'all don't seem to understand. Do y'all know how much a flight to Japan is? Probably not. It's over $1,000. It's $1,000 to fly to Hawaii from America.
Yes.
So learn something about the world. That's how you need to be different in this.
I didn't even know Punk drop. I didn't even know Panda Global drop Punk.
No, he left them willingly.
Stupid shit.
Yeah, exactly. Because he Hollywood though.
But now, you know, the other thing is, like, again, with these people and their sponsors, like, first of all, you're getting picked up. Like, look, K-Brad's a perfect example. K-Brad ain't won nothing since 1985. But the motherfucker got the charisma. He got the charisma. Apparently now he got the hairdo. He's living in the mansion, living the good life. He's riding that out. But his personality carried him beyond the game.
Exactly.
And these other guys don't have that.
Not a bad person.
Exactly.
That makes a difference.
Don't worry. I'm going to get good in the game. And somebody going to sponsor me.
I can't even think of what your sponsor would be. It would be something ridiculous. Like, It would be
I need to be sponsored by a porn company because I say
that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, but you know, here again. Remember when? And this is the moronic thing about the FGC. Remember when Bud Light All Stars was floating around, and everybody was on their dick. Oh my God, Bud Light, yeah, Bud Light. And then a couple of porn companies are like, yo, let's get involved in it. It's like, no, we can't show you. So if you look at the community overall, it's geared towards majority of under the age of drinking. But you'll allow a beer company in, but you could jerk off for free no matter what. At any age.
You got all kind of names for me. Brazer, all caps.
Right, Brazer, all caps.
Hey, but you know, liquid all caps sound kind of good.
Yeah, oh God.
The fucking LTG face.
LTC.
Right, you're right. Oh God, the LTG face. That was so funny yesterday. But it's just the reason that we wanted to do this show tonight, because it was really kind of like, it was an urgency. And if y'all don't want these events to end, if y'all don't want final round to end, if y'all don't want this to continue to happen to events that y'all care about so much, let them know. You know, bring other people that have never been to events to events. So, right, the move. I'm done. You know what? Actually, a really funny sidebar before I finish my like serious statement, Caps. Mm-hmm. There was I was tagged in one of the other pictures from Spondovitz from the last day, and it was just like other pictures that hadn't been uploaded yet. And one of them, like, we were sitting at the bar, and I was sitting. It was me, Aziza, and then not F-Jam, excuse me. Then LTG was on the other side of me, and he was like looking at the camera, but he had that face that you kept doing. I was like, oh my God, I can't even look at it because it reminded me of that face. But yeah, that was just funny. But I mean, yeah, if y'all care about these events and you guys care about the TOs, you care about their hard work, you care about their staff, you know, it's kind of like, let them know, like, represent it. I don't understand what the problem is with that. If you have a personal issue with anything, tell them. Maybe there needs to be a thing of like, I don't know, like that could kind of be troll too. I was going to say like a comment box, like how hotels will have like the leave a constructive criticism thing, but the FGC don't know how to do that. So it's just, and that's some of the problem.
I don't eat the KY, I eat the pussy. Yeah.
That's some of the problem. And it is just, it's a thing of just letting them know. And Shin Blanca said, thanks for the love, going to sleep. I got to get up for work at 4:30. Thanks, Shin Blanca.
All right,
it's
Larry.
Awesome that you actually checked us out.
I'll definitely give you a buzz, Larry.
For sure. But yeah, you know, it is, and that's another good example. That was something I was going to say with what you said earlier, James, about the preparation for these events, where it's a year of prep. Some of these TOs are also still working their regular jobs and have families and got kids and got all. It is not just like they're millionaires because they do these events. What do y'all think? Like,
listen, the running joke with Jeb Bailey, and we can rip the Band-Aid off of it. He's not the son of a millionaire.
All caps. What the fuck is ETP?
I don't know.
Eat that pussy.
Oh damn!
You know, Alex is not a millionaire. He doesn't have an unlimited cash flow. He's taking hits. A lot of these TOs have taken hits year after year. They try to get by. They try to make what they can, and to fully side with Larry on this. You know, it's like when I do the show. You know, when we sit there and we prep for the show, and then I get some asshole motherfucker, oh, fuck James, that cocksucking racist homophobe. Like, really? Like, all the work that I put in to entertain. At the end of the day, entertain it with tints of education.
Exactly.
And to get told that, it does get frustrating. And to get it on a grander scale like Larry got after that fucking event where he opened his mouth and bashed the event and literally hurt his numbers.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
And for anyone to say that that was not one of the major things that affected the future events is a liar.
Yeah.
Because I even went in on him for doing that. I was like, what is wrong with you? And then from that point forward, every time I've seen Alex, people, oh, you hate me, right? No, I don't know you personally, but that was messed up what you did. Because you would not want someone to do that to your event. Ever.
Niggas just gotta.
Who that to be fucking? I guess that's what it is. Said, you keep saying this and that about if they care about the TO. The point is they don't care. Exactly.
Yeah.
But see now, when the FGC is back in the arcades, oh wait, no, it can't be back in the arcades because they don't exist.
No.
So what's your next thing? You're gonna become online warriors and play with your fucking internet connections.
Yep.
And basically you're going to be basically locked in your room in your basement where you already are, and that's going to be your event.
Or playing at your locals if your local people even feel like doing that anymore. And eSports
doesn't want you. Understand that. Like everybody in the chat, 99.99% of you, eSports don't want you for 3 reasons. 1, you're not a top player. 2, you a broke motherfucker. And 3, you might be black.
Yep.
Damn.
And anybody that turns around and says eSports isn't racist is full of shit.
Yeah, they are.
But yet we're going to call out a white guy like Richard Lewis who goes after another white guy that fucking tried to choke him or punch him or whatever.
Right.
And one of the things, and again, listen, I guess I'm that one white guy on Fat Albert. But, like, I'm hanging out with the group, and I'm like, support your people. Like, there's 2 black TOs, 3 black TOs. Sorry, Beefo, I keep forgetting you're black. There's 3 black TOs in the whole country. That's it. Why would, when the majority of players that go around not support the black community when it comes to the FGC? I mean, I'll be honest, I don't give a shit if everybody's walking around with their African, necklaces but the black community in games in general, and this isn't just in the playing side, even in game development, there is a bias, a racist,
yes,
a racial,
it is.
I guess, exactly, fucking Wakanda forever.
And then there are some people that...
Wait. I'm about to dip, lay down, work in the morning. Just know my nigga Triforce was telling the truth from the jump. He been new.
Yep.
He been new. Yep. We made fun of that nigga, but he been new. He's talking about the aliens. They was coming to get him.
He said he's talking about the aliens.
Now I know it wasn't aliens. It was eSports. They watched what I used to do to look.
Right.
I'm gone. All right.
I fucking remember that day too. Nelson, they're watching us.
I'm gone, y'all. I'm gone.
All right. Good night, Chris. Thank you for dropping in on us.
Yeah.
Whether you're like Chris, Chris Bond in the chat, black man doing media. It don't matter. Listen, at the end of the day, I've never been one to say racism doesn't exist in the country. I'm fucking real with it. I've seen it firsthand.
Exactly.
In the FGC, in game development, in media, a black man comes with a resume versus a white guy, you're gonna get an awkward eye right off the bat. Really? Like you're not slinging under their breath. You're not slinging drugs and selling guns. You really want to do media? Oh, so you must have your GED. And then you come to find out, like, no, I went to Harvard for like 10 years. And all of a sudden you're taken back. The FGC has to acknowledge that's a social justice cause that I could get behind. Mm-hmm. Is seeing that barrier. Now we talk about women getting into the games, which is another barrier. But what, we can't multitask at the same time? We can't work on 2 barriers and breaking them down? Because, like I said, just Google fucking eSports. Look at the pictures. Find black people. But yet, we're in a community. I mean, I would love to do a poll or a survey to really figure out what is the black to Asian to white ratio in the FGC that attends events. Not even attends events, just games in general.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I could say like myself personally, I've locally tried to gauge it, and like if I go up to 20 white guys my age, maybe 2 of them play games still. You know, married with kids and all that. But you know, I'll go up to, you know, 20 black guys, and I might get 6. They say, "Oh yeah, I play Call of Duty, or I play, you know, fighting games, or, you know, animes." But they're more, and I don't know if it's based off of, I guess, the social, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? Like the way they, not the way they're raised, but a perfect example is anime. Right. I could go up to any 30 to 40-year-old black man, and he knows Dragon Ball Z and Naruto. You know, I can't do that with white kids. And that, you know, now to point it to a level of maturity, I don't know if that's the right thing to say. But there's something there that gravitates young black males to video games still. Because the culture of arcades is not there no more.
No, and then I mean there are gamers. I mean, I guess there are tournament players, I should say, in this range of time that have never experienced an arcade.
Yeah,
and a lot of people don't understand that either now.
You know, and that's why, like, you know, when you see 24-hour arcades, people, that's not a place for you to squat and sleep, so you don't have to get a room.
Yeah.
You know, again, that goes hand in hand with supporting these scenes. Well, I bought a badge. I bought a badge, and I'm a spectator, so I'm going to spend the whole weekend watching shit and sleeping in the arcade room.
Exactly.
And I've seen it.
Yeah. Essentially, if you don't remember video rental stores, you likely have never experienced an arcade. Or if you don't remember life before cell phones. Or before cell phones that we have now. Or, I mean, really even candy bar phones. Or pagers or any of that. If you don't remember that, then you probably just don't remember, you know, arcade time.
Let me add in D and Truth quick, because we're not going to stay much longer. But
yeah,
I figure I get these because I know these guys have opinions, and I haven't had guests besides us in a while.
I'm shocked that D-Nice didn't roll.
What's up, Mr. Truth?
Oh, now I got a name, huh? Hey, yo. Like, all right, you want the ratio? Like, you honestly want the ratio?
Yeah.
It's really like 40% black. Like, now, are we counting, like, Korea and like, Japan and China and stuff? I mean, are we... Like,
no, let's just do stateside.
Stateside? I would say honestly, it's 60 to 65%. Well, I can do black and Hispanic. So we'll do, like, 35% black, 30% Hispanic. Maybe.
Okay.
Asian will round out, you know, to about a good, you know,
15,
20, 25. Because, like, I mean, how many white players we have anymore? I mean, most of them are gone. Like, we still got Myers, right? We still got Alex Myers. So.
Yeah.
I think the whole excuse of eSports is killing it is kind of bullshit, because in order for eSports to kill it, eSports will actually have to put money into it. Most of these guys don't have no money behind their shit. Like, when you think about it, right? Yeah, Chris T as well. And Chris T is a really good fucking player. What I see a lot of over the years, and I've been doing this shit for way too long, on both the PC side and the console side, is that you go to a PC tournament, let me tell you what $65 gives you. You get your place in the tournament, and that's it.
That's it.
Yep.
You don't get no casual setups. You got to bring your fucking... If you want a casual setup, you bring your laptop, you plug into something, you sit down on the floor, because there's no tables for you, and you just bum a setup. If you want to practice, you don't get to play shit. Like, they have like some swag bags, but the swag bags are kind of bullshit too. You don't get much. Like BlizzCon, yeah, like BlizzCon. You go to BlizzCon to compete. Your money gets you either A, if you're a participant, you get your entry, or you're a spectator, in which you get your seat. You get a little bit of swag. They might have some like PlayStations where you can like, I mean PlayStations as in they have like setups for new character. Like if like a new character's in Overwatch, you get to play that build. like the lines are so long, you might not even get a chance to play.
Mm-hmm.
Like half of the shit that like most of these guys, yeah, and then BlizzCon is like the standard BlizzCon ticket is like $90 something now.
Yeah, dude, to spectate at these things, it's $1.30.
It's a
They're sitting
spectate.
nosebleed seats.
Right, and a lot of
And
people.
y'all pitching about $30, $60.
Yeah.
Now the thing with Alex is this: Alex spends the. I had a long talk with him about that because when he did the New Japan thing, he realized something that a lot of them didn't. If I can get investors to put their money up, and I just guarantee them a subpar to average,
I'll be
turnout,
right.
good. So when guys like Alex take a hit, that's not his money. That's the investor's money.
Yeah, but
Like
now
that.
on the flip side, if seeing how supportive the FGC is,
Okay.
now he's got to rely on a lot more on the wrestling fans, which is smart.
Right, correct. Yeah, with this whole New Japan deal, now it becomes now he's got New Japan guys, but see, here's where he came up on top. Kenny went there as a guest. He let Kenny and do all his shit for free.
Yeah.
Just to check it out, and Kenny put in a word for him. But you know what? That was smart. Panda is smart. Panda went, you know what? I want to make sure I have. That's why Panda is really good too, because he went to the city of Austin and went, look. This shit draws in lots of people, and they shop at your places, and when they come to my tournaments, they shop in your areas, they buy food in your areas, they go to your hotels, shit out of Austin, and I was like, yo, that was good. Like he was smart. He
But
took
now
the money.
here's the flip side. At the end, when those accountants start going through numbers, they're not going to come up with the results. Let's be real. The FGC does not spend. The FGC lives at Wawa's.
Right.
They're not going to downtown
Waffle House.
Austin and saying, "Hey, let me go into a Target and buy some clothes and a fucking heater." They're going to turn around and they're going to do just bare minimum. So when it comes time to show the numbers the next time around, they're going to be like, "Yo, wait, you told us you were going to do X amount and you didn't meet that. What makes you think the next year you're going to do it?"
Oh, he did do.
That's the one
It
thing
was-
Yeah.
people
Okay, Arlington. Oh, he went to Arlington with that because I guess I didn't really talk to him about the details about that. I know he was going, and I talked to him when he initially left, like the night before when he was getting his kids together and stuff. But what he did was really fucking great, and I wish that guys like Larry and E could follow in his footsteps and go, "Hey, our city is getting these people in. We, it's something for the city to help because." If Larry goes, the Southeast don't got shit, and people can say, "Oh, we got Alex," but it's like that's one time a year.
Yep.
That's
And
one
it's
time a year.
in the most southern part of our state.
That's right. You're now you have to go to Florida, and there won't be shit in the East Coast unless you're gonna wait on E. And then what? You gonna start talking shit about E? And he quits.
They already do
Or he
that.
goes, "No."
They already do
Because
that.
they already do that because I was talking
Right.
to him about that this weekend too. But the other thing that's interesting is like what we were saying on the show yesterday, the flights to final round or flights to Atlanta from Chicago, just saying personally, round trip, there were tickets for like $120 round trip up until last week. The
That's really
flights to Florida a month ago were $400 for CEO.
Oh, come on. Yeah. So and then you got sponsors.
And you
going-
get a rental car after that.
Right. And now, do sponsors want to do that? Will sponsors be willing to send 5 dudes out that they know might not place?
No, top guys.
Top guys only.
Top guys only. Sorry, man.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Sorry, Sonic.
overall-
Sonic, you can go, but the other 13 of you, nah, you're not making it.
Right. So when they say, "Oh, esports killed it," no, esports ain't killed shit because esports ain't put no money. We're not even there yet.
No, but
Because
I understand what you're saying, but when esports put the mentality, it planted seeds, is what's meant by it killed it. We're not saying like if esports came in here and ripped the Band-Aid off and shelled out a ton of money, they'd be pissed in a year.
So would you say, James, it was indeed entitlement then like some entitlement issues?
Yeah,
among
It's the entitlement of the players.
Yeah, like the NRS
the
community. The NRS community was a perfect example. When E-League grabbed them, all of a sudden they were fucking beating their chests like they're the king shit. And I've never listened. I'll say Street Fighter sucks. I'll say fucking Tekken sucks. I'll say everything. I'll say whatever I want to say sucks. Doesn't mean I hate the game. I just don't like it.
Right.
But that don't mean I'm against the community. But, you know, NRS and Capcom has always had this unspoken MK versus Street Fighter. This bullshit law that somehow if you like one, you can't like the other.
The other,
and when the NRS community got their E-League shit, and even like MLG, when MLG jumped in the water for a little bit, you know, they were out beating their chest. See, Street Fighter, we fucking better than you. What does that have to do with anything? Except now it made you guys look like assholes. And back on that Richard Lewis thing, again, seeds on that. When the E-League, you know, NRS guys, we're going to tell you who you need to hire. What, motherfucker? You're going to tell me who to hire? I'm putting money and investing in your community, but you're going to tell me who I should hire.
But the funny thing about that E-League thing was, it wasn't us that put it on there. It's like, when someone says, oh yeah, E-League, look at us. Okay, so who owns NetherRealm? Oh, Warner Brothers. And Warner Brothers has money in what company? Oh. So when they say, hey, put this shit on TV, what do you think the company's going to do? Yep. Put it on TV. None of y'all motherfuckers got that shit on TV. They can give a fuck about Mortal Kombat. But when your parent company goes, hey, look, we're trying to push this little video game shit. Would you mind doing like an hour with these guys? Oh, sure, okay. Can you make it like... That's why it was on such a horrible fucking time slot. They swapped it out with something that was in syndication. So they were just like, fuck it. We'll just give this hour to these guys, and we'll put it on between 7 and 8, so that way all the kids can watch it. They didn't do that for us. They did that because, hey, that helps push their Injustice game. That helps push their fucking product. WB did that shit. WB did that shit. You know what I mean? But these motherfuckers acting like us playing Injustice 2 got it on TV. These motherfuckers don't know who you are. They don't know. Do you know Killzone X6641? Who the fuck is that?
I'm 008624 Deathbringer. Really? Holy shit!
Fox is? Like, what the fuck is a Sonic Fox? Do you like money? I do. I do like money. Would you mind putting this jackass on TV? Yes, I do. I will put him on TV. Pay me, please.
Yeah.
Give me the money.
There were like threads of tweets from people, from just like regular people complaining about Evo being on ESPN or being on Disney XD, because it was that situation, like, who are these weirdos playing video games? Because that's what people in the FGC don't realize. There's a whole populace of individuals that don't know anything about this community and don't want to. They don't care.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, Disney shows Marvel cartoons. Why wouldn't you put Evo on when, like, Street Fighter? Everybody knows Street Fighter. Everybody knows, you know, Marvel. And it's like, well, shit, these kids are going to watch it because they play these video games. They're going to go, holy shit, there's a video game tournament on.
Yeah, but you know what? And again, the problem with the video, especially when it comes to the FGC over other games, the people who subscribe or pay for ESPN, you got hot dog eating contests and spelling bees on there, but there's a level of what the fuck, but let me check it out.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, I watched the fucking Chinese guy versus Tony from fucking Brooklyn eating hot dogs. I don't know why. I have no fucking desire, and I don't care. But you kind of get captured in, or you know, little Punjab over in fucking, you know, the spelling bee having to spell dilithium crystals, and you're like, I want to see if this little motherfucker could do it. With the games, it doesn't. With the games, it doesn't translate like that. People don't go and look at the game and go, oh my god, I want to see this guy play Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat.
Do you remember when they had chess, though? When they had chess, they picked up dudes from off the park in New York and put them on TV. That shit blew up, man, because people wanted to see these local dudes on the park work in an actual real chess tournament. That brought in some huge-ass numbers when they were like, yo, these are guys out there from the park in New York. And people tuned in. People from, like, New York and the inner cities tuned in for that. That was amazing.
Now, I'm not. I don't want to totally change the subject a second, but being that I got you three here, at the Game Developer Conference, if you click on the links up, where is it? From Akasha Rose, they're talking. Girl was talking about racism in game development.
Oh yeah.
And and
Oh, yeah.
overall, and again, like I was saying before, I've seen it firsthand, being in the development side, where racism. I two black guys in a company of, I don't know, we had like 500 people. That actually worked in the development side. I can't remember. I'll be honest. In the 90s, I knew a dude, Gerald, that worked for Game Fan magazine, and then after that, I don't remember like a black person that was working in the media side. So
I can tell you times because I went to 2015 and 2016.
Yeah.
They actually had seminars on how to get inner city people to fucking play games and keep buying microtransactions, because it is well known around the gaming area that, quote unquote, a hood nigga's not going to buy fucking in-game purchases. They actually had a fucking, they actually had a seminar. Yeah, they actually had a seminar on how to fucking market, on how to legit market to inner city users, mostly on phone games and Facebook games. I looked at that shit and I wanted to firebomb it. I wanted to literally firebomb me into it. I looked and was like, you gotta be fucking shitting me. And it was legit a full class there. Not near a black developer was in there, and I don't blame them.
Now, let me say this, though, on the aspect of, like, from what I've encountered, of course, I might get called something for saying this, but the blacks that I've come across in my time that have been in, like, the game development side, and they're not all, but a decent percentage, I would say. And it goes to almost every, like, I work IT now on the IT side. A lot of the blacks that I meet, especially if they come from islands, bring this arrogance and condescension to the table.
Really?
Especially to American blacks. Especially like I've seen island guys turn around to me, and again, I won't say the word, but they'll be like, "Hey man, why do you talk to that?" And I'm like, "Whoa, did you just say that? Like not GGA, like you just said GGER on that one." Yeah, well, the American people are lazy motherfuckers, and I'm like, "Whoa."
Yeah, that's very real. I can attest to that because I've experienced that. People that don't know that that's real, it's very real. Because black people that are from European countries, islands, or from Africa,
they are arrogant.
Sometimes, I'm not going to say all the time, sometimes they look at us as we're the bastardized versions of them.
They are arrogant as fuck. I used to work for one.
And that we're not pure or whatever. Yeah.
I used to just fuck with him and just mock his ass. Like, come on, man. Why you
I went to ITT Tech, my dude. ITT Tech, my dude. That is me. ITT Tech.
I used to just mock his ass.
I literally worked with a guy. Who wound up. We were cutting through Penn Station, and there was a black guy that was begging for money. And he just walked up to him, and he said it straight ass, like, "Get up, you effing N," with a British accent, of course. Why are you American black so lazy? I went, what? And this is like, I mean, we worked together for a while, but I never saw that side from him. And what was funny is, like, he literally is the Coming to America Eddie Murphy. His picture is on money in Sierra Leone. And his father got kicked out of the country, looking all James Earl Jones like. They had a coup, threw him out, so they ran away to England. So that's why he was raised in England. But I saw that, and it made me say, like, wow, I never knew, especially growing up. And again, I grew up, predominantly in communities that were black, and I never saw that side. So even when I saw that, I was like, yo, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, that's real. And so Efocutioner 47 said, no, that's not all true. And that's what we said. It isn't to everyone that does it.
We're not saying everyone.
It happens a lot. It's happened
I'm going to say the ones I've worked with, I experienced that arrogant shit. And that shit is bad.
And it's blatant. It's like
they have no tact. They have no tact whatsoever.
No tact
of how they handle things.
Well, then on that note, it poses now would be a good time to run that question back on the issue of with that being known, with all of you guys having all these experiences and all you guys saying what you've experienced in like every chunk of your lives, both professional and regular, why is it when it comes to these fighting game kids, why is it the only black person we have ever seen on any type of equipment?
Ryan Hart.
I'm saying equipment was fucking Fanatic. And when I mean like an actual nice photo shoot where they actually did all the work on him and he looked good doing it, not just grabbing Punk and just grabbing him by his fucking shoulders and going, stand here for a minute, smile, fucking Christ, close your mouth. All right, click, bye. Because that's what it looked like they did when they did those headphones. It looks like they just grabbed him up and said, just quickly take a picture. They didn't do shit for like that kid. But when you saw Fanatic shit for Afterglow, they put money behind them. They made them look a lot nicer. But that's the only time I've ever seen anyone black on any equipment when it came to fighting game stuff. I mean, from headphones to sticks, fucking bags, all that shit. Fanatic was the only cat I ever saw on there. And then what? Chris G. For Hispanics, I saw Chris G.
I mean, could we agree on the most successful black is Ryan Hart?
Yeah.
Well, I meant in America, but
I'm just saying. Well, in America, I don't know. Who would you say? Who would you say?
I mean, Fanatic, man. Fanatic was pushing a lot of shit, man.
I don't know. I might say at this point maybe K-Brad.
Yeah. Right now it is.
Depending on how you gauge success.
Well, all right. Now we're gonna do. All right. Off the camera, K-Brad. Off camera, K-Brad. K-Brad off camera. Like off camera, K-Brad's doing all kinds of crazy shit. K-Brad is living the dream off camera. Like, for real.
Of course. And I mean, and that's not, but like with what everyone sees, like as a whole, yes. And then Ryan Hart has always been super nice. Like when I actually first met him in person, it was at Final Round. It was at the first final round I ever went to, and he was super nice to me. And he consistently talked to me ever since that event. And he married now and still living in Britain, obviously, or England, I should say. But I mean, just a genuine person.
Like that Bud Light bullshit?
He was talking so nice while he was beating my ass in Street Fighter 4. Like, it was bad. I was just sitting there, he beat my ass. He's like, yo, you have to do this, man. I'm like, what? Why are you so fucking polite beating my ass?
He came to New York. He came to New York, and I got him fucked up. And fucking, he was definitely fucking a good peeps. But I keep forgetting, Sonic Fox is also a success story.
Between Sonic Fox and K-Brad, those are the only two.
Yeah, those are the only two that I know too. But now with that, just to clear up that Bud Light shit, they already signed shit with fucking with Wong and fucking and Champ a long time ago. They predetermined that shit. They did that vote shit just to get all their shit straight. So they was like, yo, while we do this bullshit vote, just take the time to get your clothes ready and all that shit like that. Chill with your families, and then when it's time to go, it's time to go. And then they started filming. That shit was that shit was bumped from the jump.
Yeah,
like they already knew who they wanted, and they already pre-signed them and gave them time to do all this shit.
That's the same thing they doing with the ESL shit. What are you talking about?
ESL too. Yup, ESL as well.
Because I actually signed up for that shit. Unfortunately, I didn't get called back for an email.
Like, I wish they would stop doing that. Like, they would just stop doing that. Like, it's really it irks me because these kids are so much more than just
cattle.
A sign up and some fucking shoots and that. Oh, you get to have Bud Light beer. Like, who the fuck wants Martin anything? Why the fuck was this greasy ass there? Real talk. Like, nobody voted Martin for shit. If I had 2 bullets. For fucking Trump and Martin, I would shoot Martin twice.
God damn.
And then when I saw him there, I was like, that's how I knew it was fixed. And I was like, oh, come on, guys.
Fuck, dude.
Everybody in the FGC knows that dude is trash. Nobody would have voted for this motherfucker to go in. Whoa. No.
You know what it is, though? And again, this, this is what happens when people...
Martin did beat Daigo at Seasons Beating, though, with Devil.
Yes, he did.
I'm saying, just... the most epic win I think Martin has had.
But what you got to understand is with these companies that are involved with this though, you got guys that are making these decisions that have never they play Pac-Man.
Yeah.
And they're making these decisions to pick who they want based on popularity, diversity. So you're not going to get the cream of the crop that you think you're going to get. That's why, like with NRS, when they picked the commentators, they picked the Tekken guy, they picked the Street Fighter guy, they picked a MK guy, and they picked a Twitch guy.
I wanted to talk about this really quick because when you said Marn, this made me think of this situation that actually did happen at Final Round, and I didn't get to talk about it yesterday.
Wait, which Marn are you talking about? Asian Marn or Black Marn?
Asian Marn.
Oh.
Yo, I saw that picture, dude. I was like, what the fuck? Like, Justin won't need to get slapped for that shit. Like,
was it him with the do-rag? That thing?
Like,
Yeah, okay. So... we were sitting. It was like, I think it was either Dragon Ball or it was Street Fighter. It might have been Dragon Ball when that happened. And we were all sitting, in the front row. We was cheering and everything. And then it was like in between matches or something because we were money matching, whatever, or not money matching, betting, side betting. And Martin had stood up and he had this do rag on. It was a white do rag. And he was just kind of like acting, I don't know what he was doing. And then we all stopped and like got super serious. And we all looked at him and we were like, because he was like not even sitting close to us. He was like on the other area, like kind of near the commentator's area or whatever. But he was like to our left. And we looked and we were like, take that off. And we started screaming cultural appropriation. And I guess he thought we were joking and we weren't though. And he was like, oh, well, I got my black card. Or no, I did briefly talk about this yesterday, but you all can chime in on this too. And he was like, oh, no, I got my black card. And we were like, from who? And then he said from Yipes. And we were like, Yipes is Dominican. Like, what does that have to do with you doing something for attention like that? Like, that's not okay.
That couldn't have been me. I would have walked up, slid that shit slowly off his head.
And he took it off immediately after that. After he saw we weren't joking, he was like, oh, and then he sat back down, and we were like, "Yeah, that's not funny."
Man, if you don't get behind some bulletproof glass with your bitch ass, boy, you can have a real fucking Black History experience. Man, I'll beat your bitch ass, nigga. I'll beat you for.
Yeah, and he realized that wasn't. I guess he was in where was he living for a while?
There, I put the pic up.
Wherever he
sitting in the fucking hot box in Vietnam, trying not to get his ass killed.
Yeah, in Vietnam. That's where I thought he was. Yeah, it's like you was over there for too long. You must have forgot.
Newsflash. Well, from the OBS show,
you're in Atlanta, first of all.
Now we got you, Martin Fan. You never had a black card, nigga. The one that you got sold was fake. Ain't never. Nobody black likes you. Nobody black likes you.
But you know they trying to be hype beasts now. He wearing Jordans now. I'm like,
cause he be hanging out with Justin. Cause Justin from New York, and Justin is normal. And I guess, I don't know.
Justin is a nice kid. Justin is a nice person.
Justin only started rocking Jordans and Yeezys because of Mark Man. Let's just be real here.
Yeah.
Yep. Because Mark Man always was swaggy like that.
Trust me, man. Justin is the kind of dude that's like, yo, I'm going to beat Marn's ass. And then Marn looks at Justin, and Justin will actually legit look back at you and go, it's not me, though. He just let you deal with that dude. You'd be like, but Justin, he's going to punch me.
So you turn around and Justin be gone.
Justin's gone. Exactly.
He just walks. Justin has that Naruto tech. He's just like, I've seen him do it. Like, be with a crowd of people and then just all of a sudden take literally like a cartoon, take like 2 or 3 steps back and poof.
Justin is
smoke and he's gone.
Justin does not like conflict, man. If he says, yo, Justin, this is about to beat my ass. All right.
What
do you mean, all right? I don't know. Talk to him, I guess.
Punch him.
But that boy ain't never been in a fight. Justin ain't never been in a fight a day in his motherfucking life. He'd be like, "Can you talk to him or something?"
So
you know me.
So, I am curious, D-Dog, what do you think about the whole? Did you ever get to go to Final Round?
Funny thing is, as soon as I actually streamed live on my Facebook about the whole Final Round situation. And I'm going to repeat myself again. Here we go. So, I said this on Shin Blanca's post of what he, when he was talking about he was quitting and shit. And pretty much I was just keeping it a buck. I'm gonna say it once. I said it twice. This is my third time saying it. I really feel like that, you know, they're only giving him and Big E flack because they're black. And I feel like if a colonizer were to run the same exact event as Big E or Shin Blanca, they will label it godlike, like flat out.
Yeah.
Like
no matter what.
I was talking to Beeful about this, and pretty much like I feel like Shin Blanca needs to just go back to the hotel, to the venue, to the hotel. Stop listening to everyone's opinion about everything, and just go back to how he wants to run his event. Stop listening to people that's not really contributing financially to run the event smooth. You have your numbers, run off your numbers. Stop listening to people. Oh, we need a bigger venue. Oh, we had to do this. I think I went the final round in 2012, 2013. Nothing was 2013-ish. Yeah, and I went, and it was at the hotel, was the Hilton. In my opinion, that fucking venue was fucking big for like the top 8, for the final top 8 games.
It was really big. It had 2 separate rooms.
It had multiple rooms. Each, like, they had the old school room. Motherfuckers was out in the hallways playing games. Motherfuckers was out in different rooms playing shit. So I'm like, I don't see why he should have left that place. He fucking listened to everybody else's opinion about the shit, so he tried to please everybody, and that's what got him into that hole. He shouldn't have did that. He should have said, fuck you. I'm going to run this how I'm going to run it. Y'all can suck my dick. I'll see y'all next year. And that's how I would have done it. Like, same thing with Big E. They give Big E flack every time.
All the time.
Every
For no reason whatsoever.
No reason whatsoever.
Eric could turn around and fucking run the absolute perfect event. Perfect event. And they would dig so deep. They would run and dig so deep. But fucking it rained in fucking Philly, man. This is some bullshit. Like they gotta have something, and they did it to Larry. And if you don't think it's a black issue, you're out of your fucking mind.
It's a race thing, dog. And like I was telling people, I said, look, what they trying to do, the colonizers gonna colonize. What they gonna do is they gonna try to push them out, make them not want to run the events no more, so they can acquire those dates and then run an event right on those dates.
Yeah.
Well, I promise James I wouldn't like be a jerk on this one, but
fuck that, be a jerk. I mean, it is what it is.
Well,
I'm pretty much calling how I see it because no one else has really I said it straight up. They only doing this shit because you black, bro.
Oh no, I mean I'm going to.
And they know that. They know that.
Yeah, because like
they just have to be
like it's like you can't. It's black and white, bro. Like the fact that like let's say if Combo Breaker ran the same way final round ran this year. You think you hear that shit was ass?
No.
Nah, you won't. No,
they won't.
And final round this year was amazing. I don't care what nobody said. The little complaints I heard about, like, it was literally little childish stuff. Like, my stick doesn't fit in this bag. Who cares?
At the end of the day,
it was 70 degrees all weekend and the sun was out.
At the end of the day, Mel, you cannot please everyone.
Nope.
Run your event exactly how you want to run your fucking event. No, like if anyone's trying to give you like logical answers to certain things that you're having trouble with, that's fine. Be open to constructive criticism, but don't listen to everybody.
You can't.
I would be like, you know what? That's cool. I would take that into consideration, but fuck you at the same time. That's just, I mean, because you can't tell nobody how to run their event when you haven't even ran a fucking event yourself.
Have you given them any money to help them run their events? If not, then I'm confused. All these
I paid $60, man. I expect free water. The little things that they bitch about. Wristbands versus badges.
Look,
like that's something. Like, are you going to? And I understand because listen, I got drawers full of fucking badges and fucking wristbands and all the other little trinkets. But if that's like your listen, I would turn around to you and say, listen, save the $400 that you're gonna fly. give me the $30. You don't have to come and I'll mail you a badge. And you could say, you could add it to your collection.
Well, that's what tabletop gaming tournaments do. Like most of the game, like Gen Con and Adepticon, which is going on this weekend, if you really don't want that shit, there's an option to pick. Mail me that later, or they'll mail it when you get in. They'll just mail it to your house. So if you don't want all that trinky shit all around you, they'll mail it. And most of the time, if you sign up for events, you're already on their docket. So all you gotta do is just say, "Hey, my name is so and so." You just show your little payment ticket. So technically, most conventions and tournament settings will say, if you don't want the swag, you really don't have to have it. If you don't want a badge, you don't really need it. But my thing with this whole thing entirety is, y'all talking about one of 3 people that literally started this with their own fucking money and had no support for damn near 9 fucking years.
And their own time.
Yep, their own time, their own money. Fucking, I can tell you from experience, Big E from experience went from, okay, they playing video games to, I'm running 3 big ass tournaments a year. Then I'm doing a team big ass tournament with Southie. He taught himself this shit. This is, like I said, self-taught, self-made, self-sponsored. You guys don't understand that shit, man. But for fucking eSports, no, Capcom didn't want to give no money because they thought it was some old rinky-dink nigga-ass tournament.
Yeah.
And they didn't want to fucking put no fucking going to pawn shops, getting shit. Back in the day. Leaving Billy's fucking place open. Billy trusted him with getting y'all. He was like, fuck it. If these kids pay, it's all good. So he would keep that shit open until 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the fucking morning. He would start on Friday, Sunday fucking morning. He's just going home.
Mm-hmm.
He's sitting there, literally sitting in a fucking stool, about to fall out of it, half asleep. Oh, what? Oh, all right, you want? Cool.
Don't
want to see first 5 in black.
Right. These these fucking sponsored tournaments. You guys are losing someone who was a self-made fucking man who, one, gave the Southeast a place to go without having to fucking trip to Cali or Midwest or Cali, because everything was in fucking Cali back in my day. And he gave y'all check-in early. And he gave y'all every fucking check-in early. Y'all had Tekken Tag Tournament 2 early. You had Tekken 7 early. You got Soul Calibur early. What other fucking joint on the East Coast did that?
Yep. And another, it was so interesting about that too, is that a lot of players will get selfish, especially players that don't travel heavily, and they will get used to their own community. And it's like, well, shit talking somebody else's major TO is not okay, because you wouldn't want anybody to do that to your major TOs or whatever. Because if anybody did that, then you would jump and be defensive, especially if you're a player that a bunch of people know.
Yeah, and fucking TOs talk like, yo, man, you sent your peoples down here. They're acting a fucking fool.
Exactly.
We don't do that when we come to y'all spot. Y'all need to watch your people. Here's another one. You mad about clear bags? Open your fucking mouth for someone steal, and maybe they won't need fucking clear bags. Stop being a pussy. You see a motherfucker pick up a PS4 and say, yo, I think I saw that boy pick up a PS4. Don't just sit there and go, well, he ain't steal my system. Fuck that. Ha, look at that shit. Yo, somebody stealing Shin Blanca's shit. Now you gotta do fucking clear bags. You should have said something. You should have been part of the fucking
and
shit.
now you're mad about the result of somebody else's actions.
My nigga stealing. What you want? Shit. Then if your stick come up missing, you gonna be crying to Larry. Well, y'all should have had security. Like, he did everything for a reason. He tried to stop any bullshit before it started. Once again, eSports didn't kill shit. Y'all killed shit. That's kind of like that. I do tabletop gaming and video gaming. Tabletop gaming is the same way. You buy all your shit online, then you go to the gaming store to play, and you wonder why they're going out of business because you ain't buying shit from them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then when it's down, oh, that place was hot as shit. They had all these cool ass tables. What happened? Well, they weren't making no money. Oh.
And then if there was, actually there was security because there was convention center security. Okay. But even if there was, like, say, on-site security, like security in the event, then that would be complained about. Like, are we being, are we untrustworthy? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, as a
There was a
community,
bunch
yes,
of
you are.
yeah. There was a bunch of shit that got stolen last time. Still didn't come up. So guess what you gotta do now? If you
There
gotta
have
do
been
that
stories of people's cars getting broken into at events and having all their equipment
Panda.
stolen.
Panda shit, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Panda,
yes, that's
Yeah.
exactly.
Markman had
Markman
fucking
too?
Tekken board.
Markman, yep.
Yeah, okay. But see,
Yeah, I know.
these no, but
I don't know what that's about. I'm gonna
but
find
when
out
you
later.
say
Damn.
but you know what
Right.
though? But you know what? When you say
Wait, hold up. Wait, hold up. What? We gotta go back. Mark that shit. What's up with
So
that?
wait. So when the
Yeah,
cops,
curious
so wait.
too,
So when the
no.
cops, when the cops came to the scene, they checked for footprints, and they found all they could find was a limited edition Japanese Air Jordan that only 6 people in the world have. Those were the only footprints in the world.
Yeah, he got it for his Jordans. But Mark also kind of flossed that shit like days before. So it was kind of his fault too.
Yeah.
Wait, so he did get a pair of Jordans though?
Oh, he does. That boy stay getting Jordans. He gets all the fucking limiteds, but he posts that shit on Facebook. That's why he stopped posting that shit on Facebook.
I know he get Jordans, but you know, Markman my dude, but he do be kind of like hype beast.
Post that shit on Facebook, man. Like
The other incident too at the Evo, it was Evo 2 years ago when the player had all of his money stolen.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was on stage accepting his trophy and he had his bag stolen.
Oh, you talking about whatchamacallit, the Marvel player? What's his name? Neo.
Yep.
Yeah,
it was Neo.
Because I was there that year. I remember that.
A lot of people were saying that shit was kind of fake though.
Really?
Because if you
I don't know if it
know
was fake. That boy was crying.
He got. I heard he got it stolen by a black.
Really, nigga?
Yeah. Really,
Yo,
man.
for real.
Instead of choosing red, he chose black. Instead of red, he chose black in Vegas. He was like, "Oh shit, a black took my money."
Nah, but that shit must have been real. He was crying.
He was crying.
Man.
I remember that.
He was bad.
Because I was at that Evo.
Yeah, he was crying.
And that was
real. Like a grown man cries over like maybe 3 things, man. His mama dying, his daddy dying, and his money gone.
And money, yeah.
Money. He was fucking crying like a baby.
But then you gotta look at it like this though. You
try to say Corn did it.
You was a big convention, right? You in a big convention. Why the fuck would you put what? He had over $2,500 in a bag.
$3,000 in a bag.
Why would you just leave that shit just sitting there?
I don't know.
Because they don't be thinking.
Look, I'm not trying to be racist here, but that was some white people shit right there.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say it. That was some pure, just uneducated white stuff right there.
Correct yourself. It was West Coast white shit.
It was
Over in New York, my ass would have that shit in my pocket.
Yeah.
And I'd be counting it every 10 minutes in the public. Could see me, because you could try and jack me for it. But I'm gonna make sure I don't drop a penny.
But see, I was saying this shit. I was saying this shit yesterday, man. Remember, I was like, dude, ain't no way. Like, when motherfucker get caught flossing too much, you gon' get robbed. You gon' get tried.
And that's just that's common for us. Like a lot of these players be real stupid, and they be either too trustworthy of the wrong people, or just stupid. They just don't have no social skills.
You think I'm about to walk around? You think I'm about to walk around and floss these all day? You think I'm about to floss these all day and not think someone's gonna try me? Shit.
But let's get back. Hold on. Let's get back to Larry though. I would say on the solution end. We've already discussed the problems. I would say the solution would be. I would say honestly, give him the time that he asked for. You know, if he says he wants to just chill until TFC, let him chill till till like TFC. This is a hot button issue, and like a whole lot of people just saying and shouting to him, "Well, don't quit, don't quit, don't quit, don't quit." That doesn't help him kind of heal from the decision that he made, and it doesn't help him kind of think things over and talk with staff. I say give him the time that he needs until TFC. I'm pretty sure guys like E and Li Joe and all of them, they're all going to talk to him, and I think they're all going to be like, "Look, this is what it is."
He needs a break.
Right. I personally think he just needs a break, chill with his son. These are the most important times in his son's life with his mom and his dad. Let him have that. And you know what? If he wants to do another final round, I say, just like D said, go old school. Go back to how it used to be. Go back to – he needs that because everybody wanted him to go so big, so fast. And people act like this motherfucker got, like, money. No, he's doing this shit old school. He's doing it like he doesn't get that Capcom money. He doesn't get that NRS money. He's doing it with Larry money.
Yeah.
So it's like y'all act like, yeah, they acting like Larry got this fucking Capcom give you money for parts, nigga. Nigga, $2,000 ain't gonna do shit when your bill is like $22,000. Okay,
Right.
It don't work like that.
That people don't
You know what I
understand.
mean?
Like, you know, yeah, they could save money here and there, like with selling out blocks in a room and stuff. They're not gonna. The hotel's not like, oh, but you know what? Sell out all these blocks, everything's free. They ain't doing that. They're like, yeah, we can take off 10%, 20%, 30%, whatever it is. And then that's one thing. Then you got this.
None of that shit goes to Larry. Larry don't get a fucking comp for fucking selling out rooms. He's selling out rooms because he's saying, hey, if you want to sleep here, they got you. Larry don't got you. They got you. Larry's just telling you how to get that shit quick.
Exactly.
Money for that. Larry don't get the money for that shit.
And then let me say another thing about the venue this year, because I didn't get to say this yesterday. He made this so convenient for people. Not only were all of the main hotel and the overflow hotels within close circumference of one another, the main hotel had a elevator that went to the train that would take you directly to the airport.
Oh, for real?
Yes. And you could literally take the train to the food court at the airport. That was where a lot of people were eating at. If they didn't have a car or something, or they didn't want to just go to the whatever restaurant in the hotel itself. Right. Yeah, there was a train that directly took you to the airport and back to that hotel.
That's rare. That's really rare. Because at Evo, you better have $300 for fucking cab Uber fare. And it's going to be surged. And you're going to get hit every motherfucking time.
Yep.
And you gotta have $20 to $30 for Wi-Fi.
Yep. But I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry. Evo is so much better than Big E because they're in Las Vegas, and then you forget how much Las Vegas costs. Because I've been to Las Vegas without going to play games, and it still cost me a fucking arm and a leg because it's Las Vegas.
You're talking about walking through hotels where Gucci and Prada and Louis Vuitton and Versace have stores in them, open all night.
And Cartier.
And Cartier. Exactly.
And those are the bullshit stores. Like those are just the little.
I'm a big Cartier fan.
Yeah.
Right. The Buffies.
You ever pay $150 for a fucking t-shirt? I have. $150 for a fucking, and it wasn't even like a 50-50 cotton. It was some bullshit cotton. It wasn't even like 50-50. But
every casino got a Cartier booth.
Right. So
literally.
So you think about these venues and you think about where you want to put your loyalty in, and you realize that, you know what? You're going to see these same people that you see in these other tournaments. If you want to see infiltration, okay, he came the final round, motherfucker. You could have saw infiltration from Mad Cheat. You could have.
He was at Spondafits after the tournament.
Right, and you chose not to go. And it's like, you know what? That's your fault that you didn't want to go. Don't say eSports fucked Larry and everybody else. Y'all fucked Larry and everybody else because you want to see infiltration so bad, but you waiting for Evo. Fuck it, go to the final round. If that's all you want to do, save yourself $200, $300. Go fucking the final round. You could have went there. He had you good, but now that's about to be gone. And then you got to think about it this way too. Now there's one major removed out of March, so now you got a gap between January.
We're not going to say it's removed. We're going to go.
Well, let's just assume that it is right now. Let's assume that it is right now. His decision is not there. So now you got a gap between what, January and June? For East Coast?
No, January.
Colonizers is going to colonize, bro. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah. January and April.
Yeah, but we seen like how Wizard World was trying to do. They failed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not going to be replaceable.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. It's really not.
And then here's another fun fact for you. Whoever tries to fucking follow Larry won't get the same deals Larry got. So you might have to pay more.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
They don't get the same deal. So if you think someone else is going to make a $60 tournament for your ass, no.
Winter Brawl's moving. Winter Brawl's gone, so now it moved to April.
Brawl's gone too. So now you got a big ass gap of East Coast events that not only you went to, but Asia was sending people to. So now they're fucked too.
Yep.
Was it Dominican Republic sent people down to final round? Korea sent people to final round. They ain't sent no bums.
No.
They sent good ass players over there. They, like this doesn't hurt just us. It hurts
Everybody.
a lot of competitors worldwide, which is funny because worldwide, this shit went from just an ATL for us to world fucking wide.
And like Bond said, that's a CPT premiere that's gone.
Yes,
Yep.
and it's also CPT premieres now. Go to Cali. You better go to the West Coast, homie. If you want to compete, you better go to the West.
You can go to Singapore.
Yep, come wintertime, have fun.
Have fun paying for that plane ticket and your passport and
Right.
your hotel and your badge and your food in a foreign country.
And the places that don't give those hotel discounts and stuff. You never hear about that on any of those events.
No.
You pay what it is.
And for trying to translate everything.
Yep.
And figure your way around the town.
Antarctica premiere event.
Yeah.
And now you will have fun being a fucking adult.
Yeah.
Welcome to the world of that. Now, I'm not saying this to guilt trip nobody. I'm not saying this to guilt trip nobody. I'm not saying this to point fingers. I don't have to point fingers because the blood is still fucking fresh on the goddamn carpet. It's y'all shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? This hurts so much, so fast, and y'all will think, oh, look, Larry will be good, and we'll have. Don't know what you have because now, this was like such a big hit to the East Coast, man. Like it's just such a big, like as a person, as a major, East Coast player. That's my home, and now that shit hurts because we don't got. Now we're fucked from the end of winter to middle of spring. We're fucked. We ain't got shit. I'm sorry. We may not have shit. You got CEO, but that shit costs. You won't get the same.
A lot. Going to CEO is going to cost me more than it will cost to go to Evo. Seriously.
Alex has no problems giving you the numbers. You go, Alex, I live in Philly. How do I get down to your shit? He will be more than happy to tell you how much you're going to pay. That's the one thing I will give Alex Jaberli. If you want to spend money, he will fucking write you out a
itinerary and everything.
And he'd be like, all right, so it might cost you for this. Our hotel is going to cost you this. My fee is going to be this. If you want to eat or something, you might want to bring $200 extra. So so you're fucked. Like I said, this is bad on so many levels because people, I've known them for such a long time, but on a business level, this shit hurts, and it hurts because you fucked yourself out of a pretty comfy, cozy major that you could have got to for pennies on the dollar. And you know what? You would see the same people you wanted to see at Evo or MCR. Because those same games are going to be there, and these guys are competitors, and they want money. You could have gotten all that shit. You could have gotten to play Namco games early. Can't do that no more. You just don't know how much y'all fucked up. And y'all act like you're not taking no fucking hit on it? Bullshit.
Gene San said traveling in Singapore isn't hard. They speak English and the signs are in English. Some of the districts can be dicey though. Yeah, traveling in Europe in general and Asia can be dicey anyway.
Right.
I mean, some of them may speak English, and that's cool because
But before you go there, you need to know it's not a $300 ticket round trip.
No, it's not. And it also depends on this too. Because and let's not pretend like this isn't a thing. Yeah. Because it is. So.
Yeah. Those Europeans, I watched those European soccer matches. They treat blacks well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I remember the chant that I heard when Henri from France came out and he was playing like Amsterdam or some shit. And the stadium literally just repeated and not just the N word. And I went, wow.
I went to Singapore for a wedding, and I couldn't hail a cab. My friend Winston, who's as white as the day is long, when he would hail a cab, they were like up to him quick as shit.
Well, wait, I'm gonna help. I'm gonna make it. Was it nighttime?
It was fucking like 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
I was gonna say maybe he couldn't see you.
They would drive by and do that little fuck that wave where he'd be like no. They would just drive off
he points to the back seat and keeps going. Nobody in there.
Right. Because like his whole family, his wife's family was from Singapore, and her dad paid for us to come over for the wedding. So he's like, his dad was like, pick a couple guys that you want, as your wedding party, whatever, and I'll pay for them. And I went to go slide my bags up, and dude pulled up for a hot minute. Noticed that I was like in the front of the pack, burnt off, straight up burnt off. What the fuck did I do?
He said, nigga,
He's like, no.
All right, so guys, I think I'm gonna have to wrap this up because it's already 20 after 12, and my ass has got to get up, and I've already polished off my bottle of wine and my 1 cup of fucking acetaminophen.
You're so classy, James.
I drink wine now, man. I don't drink beer.
No, I know. No, I was being serious. That wasn't a joke.
Because I'm a fat fuck and I got to go to the gym every day, and wine's a little bit better than fucking getting a beer belly. I don't mind wine belly.
Exactly.
What do you do next? Buy a salad and laugh at it?
I got a salad in my fucking refrigerator waiting for me when I get off air, actually, dick.
Damn.
Laughing at it like the white chicks be doing. Like,
nah, I got my salad with like chocolate chip cookies in it and fucking peanut butter and
chocolate chip. Why are you? Huh?
He's like, what the fuck?
That's some shit on meth head would give you like that first stuff. Let us in and
I got all the good stuff. I got all the good stuff. Vitamin chocolate and fucking ice cream.
Oh, you know what? Actually, since Virgil84 is commenting in this, that reminds me of another really funny time at Final Round. So the first Final Round I went to, we were like, it was like supposed to be, it was like after the costume contest or something. And it was just a bunch of people like in the lobby. Because I remember Persia being down there and she was hyped. And it was me, Vernon, Stan, and it was like somebody else. I think CJ was there, and we walked up, and Mike Ross was just sitting at this table with a glass of red wine, and we were like, "What are you doing?" And he was just sitting there. We were like, "Look at classy Mike Ross," and it was just so funny. And we talked to him for like 20 minutes, and he was just cracking up at us, and we just thought it was so random because it was like just in this May area, and all these people were like hype over matches, and he's just sitting there in his leather jacket.
First off, hold on, pause. First off, how the fuck did Mike Ross just pop up like fucking Morgan Freeman on y'all niggas? Suddenly Mike Ross. We were like fucking Ross is like, what's up, y'all?
He was just at the table, and we were like, "What are you doing?" It was the funniest thing.
I'm done for the night. Y'all gonna say he popped up like Morgan Freeman, like, "What's up, guy?"
Right, classic Mike Ross. That's what we started calling him.
Oh God!
All right, guys, I gotta really wrap this shindig up.
All right.
I mean, two times in a week is a lot to absorb, so I'll have this
it
up.
Is
I'll
a
have
lot.
this up in
it
a
is
little
a
bit.
lot.
This shit is easy, boy.
Maybe, like I said, maybe tomorrow. Just see how tomorrow goes.
The chops, man.
Good night, everyone.
All right, Mr. D, Mr. Truth.
You know it, man. You know it. For real, though. But for real, y'all, leave Larry alone, but do whatever he decides to do, fucking support it. Actually put your money behind your motherfucking mouth. If you really do care, whatever you got planned, rock that shit with him. Yep. If not, you're going to lose a really good fucking venue that doesn't cost you damn near nothing. Don't bullshit. Thoughts and prayers don't get the bills paid.
Yep.
And if he watches this clip, take your ass back to the Hilton, dog.
Go back old school, man.
Go back to the Hilton, dog. Go back to the Hilton.
Stop listening to everyone else.
Yeah, stop listening to everybody else. Do what you got to do. Run your event exactly how you want to run that shit.
Yep.
Fuck them in a bag of chips.
Exactly.
Good night.
All right, guys.
Good night, James.
You got it.
Give us that money.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Later. All right, guys. Again, like they said, whatever Larry does, honor his decision to stop or go. If he does decide to pick it up again, definitely show support. Again, it's sad to see that one of the guys who's pretty much one of, if not the pioneer of growing the FGC from day one, bowing out. I mean, I know he's got his kid now, and he's got the wifey, and my thoughts and prayers are with him to make a good decision on what's best for him, not the FGC. I could definitely understand where he definitely feels spited by the FGC as far as support goes. But, you know, let's give him his space. Let's see how TFC turns out. And hopefully by then he'll have a change of heart and come back bigger and better. But with that, guys, I got to bounce. So, peace.